Hi, we're two drunk girls.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Jen. And today we're going to talk to you guys about this week's episode of The Bachelorette.
So juicy. And because Kaitlyn, the Bachelorette, drinks white wine, we are drinking our favorite white wine, La Crema. Guys, it's a good bottle of wine, not that expensive. Join in if you want. Cheers. I accept that rose.
I accept your rose. Not that you gave me one, but you know what?
Oh, I would if I could.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Teamwork.
What a team we are. So, guys, this week was probably one of the juiciest episodes in Bachelorette history.
I think so.
Kaitlyn does sex with Nick.
First of all, if she was going to do the sex with anybody, I don't know why she picked him.
No, neither do I. I still don't understand it.
How does that guy peel the hose like that?
I have no idea, because if you think about it, he got Andy and made it clear he did, told everybody.
Told everybody on the final rose.
And he airs his dirty laundry. Why would Kaitlyn want that? Not that she was avoiding that by any means, because it was very obvious it happened.
Well, let's talk about that. So I think she really didn't have a problem hiding it, which I think is okay. Where I have a little discrepancy is that she did it and owned it in the moment and then went back and was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Right. And to call it a mistake when you very clearly said direct to camera, whatever happens, happens. That means you know it's going to happen. So you would hopefully have decided that was going to be the right move.
I mean, I think she got swept away in the moment and did what she wanted to do, and then looking back on it, realized maybe I wasn't thinking like long term, or how this is going to affect other people. But I will say that usually, people were kind of freaking out because it was so early in the season, right? I know that's what you said.
It's only halfway through.
As a loyal viewer, you were expressing. Well, what did you think about her doing the sex so early?
Well, I think it was bad strategy on her part because, honey, you look like a hoe. And now everyone might know. And you're worried that other people will go home because of it, which they probably will if they found out. Because what guy in the world wants to be with a girl that, A, slept with somebody else that they have to live with, B, that then their parents have to watch that they might bring her home and, meet them and they, might be embarrassed. And C, honey, use a hoe.
Well, all right. I think that is probably the majority of the population. I, however, feel like, this show is clearly we've talked about this before. We talk about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette often on Two Drunk Girls because it's very entertaining.
We love it.
And we love the show. So I'm not bagging it. I'm just saying that the show is very set up. And you don't have to, it just seems to me that every season, every episode, Bachelor or Bachelorette, they all seem to tell the Bachelor or Bachelorette on episode 20, right before this fantasy suite, that they're falling in love with each other, or that I love you, and then they go to the fantasy suite and make the sex. It's that's not how it works in real life. If you're on a date with a dude that you've been on date number 3 with, Nick, and you're in the moment and you feeling it, you have sex with the person, right? That's how normal life works. So I feel if that's what she wanted to do, just because that's not the normal episode where the Bachelorette has sex with the guy, well, fine, then have sex with him. But don't go back on it and be like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, who cares?
Because if you own it, then you're not a hoe. You're just having fun and living life. If you're
cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah. Justifying things.
I don't know who does that. Whatever. Anyway, so the point is, thank you. And I do too. In a normal setting, it's totally a fine thing to do.
But it's not a normal setting.
No, you are literally living with 25 guys that have to date you at the same time, which is not a normal setting by any means.
Totally not a normal setting.
So you're kind of shaming the rest of the dudes that are there for the right reasons and that are confessing love to you, and you're off gallivanting with some other dude that, by the way, did you even decide if you're going to take him to the very end or even meet his parents?
Well, you know what, Jen? Maybe she's going to decide after she makes the sex with him. That could be a deal breaker. Hello?
She says it. Hello. What if physicality is very important to her.
What if he has a micropeen?
Well, he didn't get picked by Andy, so maybe he does.
You would want to know that before the fantasy suite. I'm just saying maybe that was a smart move on Kaitlyn's part.
Maybe, but maybe she should have been a little more discreet and kicked the camera guys away because we heard everything that happened, Kaitlyn. We did. And we read it. We read the subtitles.
We read it too. And this is where I feel a little weird about it, I will say. Go do your thing, honey. But you do know that you're mic'd. You know that. You're on the show.
Take it off.
You know the mic. Why would you? I mean, were you really couldn't wait and just had to take your clothes off and make the sex that fast?
She was wearing a dress, so maybe she just lifted it up.
Even more reason to know you're being heard. Anyway, whatever. I think maybe she should have been a little more careful about that too. But what do you think is going to happen coming up?
I think that there's a lot of drama coming our way. I don't know if Sean's gonna leave, but we did see it leaked that Sean and Kaitlyn were in a Snapchat picture together in her bed or his bed.
See, that was my prediction. I think she makes the sex with someone else next. I don't know which one.
Oh, well, I think she ultimately picks Sean because actually it's between now and when, I don't know, the timing of their shooting schedule.
It's really hard to figure out the timing when you're looking back because they go backwards, obviously, from real time.
So, they're supposed to be in like seclusion and on social media lockdown between when she actually gets engaged and when the like final rose tell-all thing happens.
So the leaking of the Snapchat is indicative of who she picks potentially.
Yeah.
I just think that she is going to have sex with someone else before the fantasy suite.
She may.
That's my prediction.
Honestly, she should at this point just to even out and be like, that's how I roll.
That's how I pick them, and I like your style, honey.
We like your style, and we can't wait to see what happens next episode. You guys should definitely tell us what you think is going to happen.
For sure. Follow us and like us on these places where you see my wine. Here.
Follow the wine.
Follow the wine with your eyes. Follow the wine.
Let us know who you think is going to pick at the very end.
Yes, and follow us. And keep watching.
Yeah.
If something juicy happens, we'll be sure to talk about it again. Yeah. But up until then, we will see you next time, guys.
Bye.